You don't have parents? That's why you look so poor.
Laugh if you want. Grandma and Grandpa are my precious family. Chihiro?
Wait, soda?
I'm Sota Hirose, 27. I left this town to work at an electric shop in a different prefecture. My tan, knotty hands were those of a craftsman now. It's been 10 years since I left, but I always come back during Obon in August.
Welcome home, Sota. I'm happy you're back. You got taller.
No way, not at this age. Glad to be home, Grandma. I lost my parents when I was little. My grandparents raised me. They owned the electric shop in town. A familiar, nostalgic scent wafted from my grandmother's clothes. I felt like I was really home.
Light the incense at the altar. Grandpa's been waiting for you.
This was the 5th summer since my grandfather passed. I wasn't used to this town being without him.
I heard you got a pretty long break for this Obon.
Yeah, I used up all of my PTO. I can relax a little. You said you wanted to clean up Grandpa's stuff, right? And I'll help you this year. Visit the gravesite and go home. My past Obon seasons ended quickly, but last time my grandmother had let it slip that she needed to do something about my grandfather's stuff. It had been bothering me ever since. I figured it was difficult to take care of on her own. I decided I wanted to help. Was Grandma always this small? When we were always together, I never thought anything of it. But since we were seeing each other less often, I noticed the changes. Grandma, are you feeling weak anywhere? Let me know if there's anything I can do while I'm here.
Oh, you're a kind boy, thank you.
The cicadas were loud. I wish they'd be a little quieter. I took in her voice, my favorite voice. That's how my summer began.
Oh, Hirose, it's been a while.
The following day, I stopped by the flower shop before going to my grandfather's gravesite when I ran into a woman, Miki Sakuraba. She was my classmate in high school and always looked down on me. Why are you here?
I married into this town last fall. I wouldn't live in this country town unless I was marrying into some money. How have you been? Have you escaped poverty?
Since high school, she'd made fun of me for not having parents and for being raised by my grandparents.
You don't have parents? That's why you look so poor.
Laugh if you want. Grandma and Grandpa are my precious family. My grandfather had worked hard to support my school life. My grandmother had sewn my clothes. All of it was irreplaceable to me. When I was young, I couldn't stand those things being made fun of.
You're as shabby looking as always. Did you come back to fiddle with some people's electricity?
I don't work in this town. I work in an electric shop in another prefecture. I'm just back for Obon.
Whoa! You left the prefecture just to do the same work as your grandfather. You're a grandpa's boy.
Yeah, thankfully my grandparents raised me right. Now I was unaffected. Still, I felt it in my chest when my grandparents were made fun of. I'm in a hurry.
Ugh, I'm in a bad mood now.
I'm the one in a bad mood now. I was surprised to learn that she had married into this town. This street was on the quieter side. Her nice clothes stuck out like a sore thumb. She had complained loudly enough for me to hear. It was way more annoying than the sounds of the cicadas. After that, I headed to the cemetery where my grandfather and my parents rested. I always visited this place with my grandfather, so I had a lot of memories with him here. Wait, there's someone here. I saw a woman in a dress in front of the Hirose family headstone. Chihiro?
Wait, soda?
Her voice was familiar. My heart thumped. This is Chihiro Miyashita. She was 3 years older than me and used to live near me. She became even more refined and mature since back then. I couldn't help but stare.
Wow, you're all grown up! I can't believe it! You always followed behind me with your nose dripping. I never thought you'd get taller than me.
Her soft voice and dimples when she smiled, these hadn't changed since back then. It had been 10 years, but it felt like this spot traveled back in time 10 years to my childhood.
Hey, want to talk somewhere after this? I'm sure we have a lot to talk about.
I never imagined I would talk to Chihiro like this again. I nodded quietly.
Here you go. The moon soda is best for hot days like this.
We went to an old tea house that had been there since we were children. Chihiro brought some Ramune soda and handed a bottle to me. So many memories. You always bought this for me when I was crying.
You remember? One bottle of vermouth was enough to change your mood. You were so cute back then.
I couldn't believe she remembered that much. I felt embarrassed and happy at the same time. I took a swig of the soda to hide how I felt. The carbonation fizzed in the back of my throat.
I was working as a nurse in the city, but I came back here 2 years ago. Now I work as a traveling nurse in this town. Hisako's been taking care of me like always. Shigezo also took care of me when he was alive, so I came to visit today.
Hisako and Shigezo were my grandparents. Chihiro thought about my grandfather and smiled nostalgically.
When I was in the city, I couldn't really come back for Obon because of the irregular work schedule. But around this time, I would find the time to come back and visit the grave.
So, it was you.
Huh?
Every year, someone always placed flowers before I did. Grandpa knew a lot of people, so it wasn't strange that someone had come, but I was curious. I wondered who kept coming. I can't believe it was you. Chihiro had been finding time to come while working as a nurse. That's why I never saw her until now. Thank you. I bowed my head a little. Chihiro smiled at me softly as if she were looking at her own younger brother.
You're all grown up.
Hey, don't treat me like a child. She reached out her hand to pat my head, and I realized how much time had passed since those days. Tell me about your memories with your grandfather. I tried to hide the embarrassment I felt from her patting my head, and started talking. Grandpa, you're leaving in this heavy rain? The Tanaka's out back. Their breaker went down. They live alone and they're old. Electricity lights your life. Electric shops are supposed to run to you when you need help. Okay, it's dark, so be careful. Whether it was a hurricane or a snowstorm, my grandfather would go out to bring light to other families' homes.
Are you worried?
Yeah, the wind is really loud. Grandma, what if Grandpa flies away?
Oh, that's worrisome, but it's okay. The strongest winds have passed. And look, having light is really soothing, isn't it? Grandpa went to deliver relief to the people.
Relief? Okay, so Grandpa is this town's superhero.
Oh, I like that. Grandpa might cry if he hears that.
When I was little, I was worried, but strangely I saw a glow around my grandfather's back. Before I realized it, I knew I wanted to be an electrician like him. I wanted to be an electrician like Grandpa, so I trained hard at a company outside this prefecture. I planned to be the best at my craft and come back to this town with my head held high. I had wanted to take over my grandfather's electric business. My grandfather had encouraged me to see the world. I'd left this town without hesitation, but I didn't make it in time. Grandma closed up shop by herself. I haven't repaid them at all for raising me so well. In the summer, these regrets would always suddenly wash over me. When I came back to this town, my grandfather's presence was everywhere.
Soda, Shigezo always bragged about you.
Huh?
It's true. He would say, my grandson is helping people in other towns, every time I saw him. Shigezo always looked so proud when he talked about that. You're out working for other people. I think that alone made him happy. I'm sure Hisako had her reasons for closing up shop.
Like she said, I'm sure my grandmother didn't close up shop to make me sad. That's why I couldn't just ask her why. Every day I beat myself up over how powerless I was. Suddenly my nose stung. I realized the sunset in front of me was starting to blur, so I quickly tried to play it off. The following day, I was working on my grandfather's belongings with my grandmother. Look at this notebook. It's all his writing. There are a lot of them. The names of the families in the town and the dates he worked. It was like physical proof of his life and existence.
Grandpa never complained, even if it was just changing a single light bulb. He did even unprofitable jobs with care. He would rush over in the middle of the night.
Yeah, The shop was always about to go into the red because of that.
Yeah, but he always smiled and said that's fine.
There was a pile of well-kept papers. There were thank you cards and letters about people's daily lives. This date is way before I was born. He's been doing this since so long ago.
Everyone relied on him. He was more of the town advisor than electrician.
After seeing my grandfather's belongings, I realized he wasn't just some electrician. You're amazing too, for supporting him.
And you, Sota, supported us. Thank you.
My grandmother stroked each item fondly as she put them away. She was finally able to start this process on the 5th summer. I felt like she was overflowing with gratitude toward my grandfather.
Hisako, watch your step. My, how long has it been?
That night, Chihiro suggested we take my grandmother to the summer festival that was held every year during this time. My grandmother and I had naturally stopped going. It was the event my grandfather loved the most. My grandfather's presence was so strong there that we hadn't really been able to go anymore. Grandma, let's go. Grandpa loved this festival.
All right.
At first, my grandmother was hesitant, but she became more willing after I asked. She even dressed me in a yukata. My grandmother looked at me in my grandfather's yukata. The wrinkles by her eyes deepened with her smile. She looked so happy. Chihiro took her hand, and I heard the sound of her sandals clicking. The street was lined with lanterns, the familiar street stalls. I hadn't been to the summer festival in years. It was so nostalgic. The festival music was unique to this region, and it hadn't changed at all since my grandfather was alive.
Hisako, Sota, would you like some taiyaki?
Yeah, let's all get one. The taiyaki stall was run by a local taiyaki shop. It was a staple of this festival.
Grandpa would always buy taiyaki from here on his way back from work. He'd say, "Here," with his greasy hands smiling. Oh, the red bean would be spilling out.
Grandma's gaze was far away. She looked like she was reliving some memories.
I've also received some from Shigezo. The taiyaki here is so warm.
Grandpa looked tough, but he really liked sweets. Our shadows overlapped and stretched under the warm lantern light.
Oh, my friend is helping out at a stall over there, so I'm gonna go real quick.
Okay, I'll rest here with my grandma. Chihiro was telling the truth, but behind it, I saw that she was trying to make time for my grandmother and me to spend together.
Chihiro's always been super directionally challenged. I hope she'll be okay by herself.
There are a lot of familiar faces at this festival, so they'll help her out if she gets lost. A nostalgic breeze blew past us. We both felt my grandfather's presence in that wind somehow.
Sota, Grandpa never wanted you to take over the shop or felt like you needed an impressive resume. Lending a hand to those in need, this is what Grandpa wanted to pass down, and you already have it. So, don't have any regrets. Grandpa and I are proud of you.
Okay, thank you, Grandma. My grandmother's words rode the beat of the festival music and softly seeped into my soul. You were here? Did you see your friend?
Oh, Sota, why? I did talk to my friend. Wait, where's Hisako?
Grandma knows a lot of people too. She's talking about Grandpa with some people she hasn't seen in a while over there.
She's as well known as your grandfather here.
Yeah, and I came to make sure you weren't lost.
Hey, I'm not lost.
Chihiro puffed up her cheeks like a cute little girl. I felt happy to see her this way. You tried to make some time for me to talk to my grandpa.
Huh?
So, here, to say thank you.
A candy apple?
Chihiro beamed. I knew she had been looking for this. I also knew that she was indeed lost because she didn't have one already.
Thank you, Sota. I accept.
Chihiro looked brighter than normal under the lantern lights. Helping those in need, I had learned that from my grandfather, passing on what I had received from my grandfather. Maybe this was a way of repaying him. I listened to the fading festival music.
Sota, we're gonna leave you behind.
Oh, I'm coming. I heard a cheerful voice. My pace quickened just a little.
Oh, Hidose. You're out walking with a woman at this hour?
After we dropped off my grandmother, I walked with Chihiro toward her house. If you could believe it, we happened to run into Miki Sakuraba. We're on our way back from the festival. I'm taking her home, so I don't have time to talk.
Oh, that old and shabby summer festival. I can't believe you go to that childish festival. You're a grown adult. You need to choose nicer spots for your dates. Well, I guess you can't if you're broke, man, and an ugly yukata like that. I heard your grandfather closed up the electric shop. I bet he sacrificed his body to raise you while being poor. I could cry. But he was right to close it, wasn't he? Who would go to some small-town electric shop to buy a light bulb anyway? There's no way an outdated, run-down shop would last.
She was laughing at my grandfather's yukata and my grandfather's shop. My fingertips felt colder. Shut up already. It hasn't even been a year since you came back. You have no right to laugh at my grandfather. You can laugh at me all you want, but I won't let you make fun of my grandpa or grandma. This yukata and that shop are precious to me.
Ha! What's wrong with you? You look scary. You're just the grandson of some poor electric shop, yet you're acting mighty. That electric shop saved me. Many times when I was a lonely child, this family fed me.
When she was in elementary school, Chihiro's parents both worked, so she was home alone a lot. My grandparents cared for her like their own. That's why I considered her an older sister. That's why Chihiro had been dedicating flowers to my grandfather's grave.
The thing you just made fun of being outdated is a household full of kindness. These people gave me a place to be when I was just some kid in the neighborhood. You don't know anything. You have no right to make fun. I owe them a debt I can never repay. I still can't thank them enough. That's why no matter how busy work gets, I always come back to visit the gravesite. Not having parents or being poor, none of that matters to me. Hisako and Shigezo and Sota are a truly kind, wonderful family. If you keep insulting them, I won't let you get away with it. Huh! I don't know who you are, but I don't care if you're upset. Some woman who's happy going on a cheap date with this broke guy is nothing to me.
Hey, she's not involved. Apologize.
I'm okay, Sota. I'll remember those words.
Chihiro was always kind, but her eyes were cold now. I could feel the piercing effect of her words.
Let's go, Sota. I have nothing more to say to her. Hey! We were having so much fun, but we ran into trouble at the end. Are you okay?
Yeah, you look so cool. I didn't have to say anything. Miki watched us leave. She looked like she still had more to say, but we never turned around. Miki glared at us resentfully in the dark. Time passed peacefully for a few days after that. Grandma, do you have a sec?
Oh, what's going on? You're all formal.
Everything I couldn't say, everything I needed to say. I trusted that my grandfather was back with us too, and told them both everything. On my last day.
Hey! What have you done?
When I left the house, I ran into a furious Miki. What?
Don't act dumb. You must have done something. Were you that upset that I made fun of you? You took revenge because of something like that? It must be because you were spoiled by your grandparents. Oh my. You're as terrible as they said you were.
My grandmother and Chihiro had been getting ready to see me off at the station.
What? Your grandson hasn't been disciplined properly. He's always been pitiful. I couldn't stand to look at him. Even if he's poor, he has to be disciplined. It's troublesome.
Shut up. I won't let you hurt my grandma.
You can't raise your voice like that and scare me.
The moment she said something awful to my grandmother, I couldn't hold back my anger. But my grandmother was calm.
Perfect timing. I wanted you to see something. Huh? Do you recognize this letter? This has my husband's family name on it. Why? I wonder. My husband just went to people who needed help.
My grandfather had been thanked by Miki's husband's family. There wasn't a single person in this town that didn't know my grandfather. That's how important he was to me and the town.
You still haven't given up? Isn't your husband asking to get a divorce? How do you... You didn't do something, did you? I wonder. I'm a traveling nurse. I talk to a lot of people in this town. I don't remember. It makes sense. No one in this town would forgive anyone for making fun of Hisako or Shigezo. This couple has always been here for the town, and that applies to your husband's family too, right?
Chihiro had acted dumb, but she had actually told her parents about Miki's problematic behavior. Chihiro's parents were furious.
Hey, wait! Getting a divorce over something like this?
Chihiro's parents had talked to Miki's husband and his family. Miki was about to lose her place here. I see. So now you're asking me for help?
No, who's asking for it? I'm just angry and asking for an apology.
You apologize first. Apologize for making fun of my grandparents who raised me. I don't plan to forgive you, though.
What? Like you said, we never gave Sota a luxurious life. But I do believe we taught him what he needs to know in life. He wanted to do the same work as his grandfather. He's a kind kid who's sad he never got to show him who he's become. Our precious Sota. I heard you've said quite awful things to him. Well, if this is how it turned out, I wouldn't... Belittling and insulting people. You shouldn't do that no matter who you're talking to. You didn't learn that? I feel sorry for you. Huh?
My grandmother truly pitied her. There was no nastiness in her voice. Miki was receiving pity from someone she looked down on. Her pride turned to dust.
Ugh! The countryside is so gross! I don't even want to live here!
Her voice echoed all around. The neighbors who heard confirmed that she was the enemy. Rumors spread like wildfire in the countryside. She had nowhere to run. What happened after? The locals had heard about what happened. They stared at Miki as she went home. Her husband's family business was built on the trust of the town. Her husband had asked for a divorce, so she panicked and came to us. But instead of apologizing, she had acted even more rudely. Upon finding out, her husband took his wife somewhere. Miss Hirose, I'm so sorry. Shigezo really helped us out.
Oh, it's okay. Thanks to you, I saw how much my grandson has grown. Why do I have to apologize?
She had finally married into money. She couldn't let it go, so she did as she was told and apologized. But she didn't seem apologetic at all, so her husband couldn't forgive her, and they ended up divorcing. When she got home, Miki's parents found out what happened and were furious. She had made fun of me endlessly for not having parents, but she was cut off from her living ones.
What? It's like I don't have any parents. No.
She felt anxious without her parents. She had only been able to maintain her sense of self by making fun of people, and this is where she ended up. As for me, I was able to talk about everything with my grandparents this Obon. Grandma, I can't come back anytime soon, but I'll always be back for Obon.
I know that. You don't have to tell me now. Grandpa would hand me the letters you wrote about fixing people's electricity. When he was well, he read those over and over so happily.
I felt like I finally felt my grandfather's approval. I'm sorry, I couldn't take over that electric shop. There was no response, but strangely I felt warmer. But I'll continue to live on with this work that you've taught me. I'll shine a light on people in need, just like you.
Aww. Darling, maybe I underestimated Soda.
Why did my grandmother close up the shop? She felt like I would be overwhelmed by the memories. My grandfather's death left a big hole in my heart. But one day, I'll be up there with him. She felt like it was too much to keep my soul tied to that place when that does happen.
I'll stick around here for a while. Wait for me a little longer.
A soft wind blew. It stroked our cheeks. The thin line of smoke from the incense climbed up into the sky.
See you. I'll be waiting for you with Hisako.
I feel better because you're here. Thank you for being a light for my grandma. I couldn't stay forever because of my work. On my last day, I smiled at Chihiro and my grandmother at the station. This Obon, I had fallen for Chihiro. Back then, she was just someone I looked up to. Now, I wanted to make her happy. Next time I come back, the bond forged by my grandparents was renewed after a long time. Goodwill isn't repaid in full. It's passed on to the next person. Kindness is quietly passed on from one person to the next. My inheritance from my grandfather was the way of life itself.
Hello, Brittany here. Oh, that was such a beautiful episode, and I loved just all of it. Oh, I love Obon in Japan. It is so pretty, and that episode just captured all of it beautifully. Anyways, I hope you also enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, lovelies.